In addition to our limited ingredient food line, a lot of our customers were telling us that they wanted to feed poultry. The reason why we didn't do that in our limited ingredient line is because poultry, even when you find really good sourcing, is too high in omega-6 fatty acids. And in order to remain within the values of our company, we had to figure out a way to offer a diet that we could balance that ratio in a whole food form.
And so what we did is we used sardines paired with chicken, duck, or turkey in the different recipes. And then we were able to use a broad range of different whole foods to bring in different nutrients because we weren't trying to make this a limited ingredient food, which is why we call this the extras line, because it has, first of all, extra ingredients that your pet can benefit from. And we also kind of like to think that it's for that pet that likes a little extra. By using more and different whole foods, from fruits and vegetables to proteins, we deliver the full spectrum of nutrients.
The proteins for our extras line are chicken, turkey, and duck. The second and third ingredient that you'll see on the ingredient panel is liver and heart. And we're putting as much of these as we possibly can in the recipe, like our limited ingredient diets, because they are the most nutrient-dense form of meat. One of the reasons that we didn't want to use fish oil in our limited ingredient diets was because it is processed and prone to rancidity. So we are actually going for the whole food, fresh version of a way to balance the omega-3 to 6 ratio, which is sardines. And sardines carry many, many other health benefits, including us being able to put whole prey into our food. So it's not just the sardine itself, but it's the whole sardine, including the eyes and the organs and all of those parts, to add a much more nourishing way to hit that omega-3 to 6 ratio that's healthy for your dog or cat. So traditionally you'd add the right amount of fish oil to balance out that omega-3 to 6 ratio. But when you do that, you're not only just adding the amount you need, but you're also not picking up extra nutrients from that process. So we are actually not only adding this to balance that ratio, but to add something functional that actually contributes a lot to the recipe itself.
One of the things we love about these recipes is that we were able to bring in a bunch of plants, which is what we're all about here, to bring in greater nutrient diversity. Some of our favorite ingredients are that each recipe has a different dark leafy green. We use a fermented seaweed. We have organic shiitake, organic broccoli, and organic cherries, among other great organic ingredients.
One of the things you'll notice on our ingredient panel is you won't see a long list of synthetic vitamins and minerals. This is because all of the vitamins and minerals come from food.
Just like the rest of our food, sourcing is very important to us. Do you want to tell us about the sourcing for these?
I do. Our chicken is from California and is on pasture, so those chickens are eating grass and bugs. Our duck is from California and is on pasture as well. And our turkeys come from Pennsylvania and are on pasture.
The crazy thing about this sourcing is that this is actually better than we're able to find in our organic grocery store, and the fact that we can find it for pet food is really cool. What is the significance of pastured poultry?
Well, first of all, it allows the chicken, turkey, or duck to live the most ethical life possible. So all animals, even if we're raising them for food, should have the dignity of engaging in their natural behaviors and having relationships with other members of their species and being out in the sun and actually enjoying their lives. And then the part that is the biggest part for your dog or cat is all of those chickens, turkeys, and ducks will be eating grass and bugs and have a varied diet, which actually does drive down the omega-6 ratio and adds many more vitamins and minerals than a confined chicken, duck, or turkey.
Where are the sardines sourced?
Our sardines are wild caught in the Pacific Ocean.
Extras are for dogs and cats who can benefit from the added nutrition in the widest variety of foods.
We introduced our limited ingredient line to cater specifically to those dogs that needed limited ingredients, but there are a lot of dogs and cats who don't fit in that profile and will benefit from having a lot of different food sources and nutrient sources. And we are very excited to get a lot of diverse nutrients from a lot of different food sources in this recipe.
All three proteins all come in freeze-dried 14-ounce bags.
This line is very extra.
If you have questions about our extras line, please reach out to us on email or find us on Instagram, and Billy and I are happy to answer.